wanted to talk about this Jalen Green video, but I'm not going to talk about the acts of it, of what went down in the video. But I'm going to go another direction, which is how the Houston media covered this video or didn't cover this video. Um, if you live up under a rock, Jalen Green is a Houston Rockets player, and his homeboy Christopher, I guess when he was back in high school, they was in a room playing, and they was acting like they was gay. They was playing. Everybody saying it's boys being boys. I, I don't remember playing like that. We didn't play like that at all. The closest thing that we didn't play with around something like that is when we used to have this game where it was called Nuts. I don't even know what the game was, but we used to walk around school, and if you got caught slipping, it was all about catching you slipping, and somebody just come hit you in the dick, and everybody started laughing and stuff like that. But hey, man, that wasn't what I seen. Uh, but I want to talk about this Jalen Green coverage. Because the way I found out about it, if you guys all know, I really don't pay attention to the NBA like that. I listen to so much sports radio, I can't help but know what's going on. I stopped following the NBA once all of the woke stuff and the social justice, and then Daryl Morey. I just left the NBA alone. Not a fan of the NBA. So typically when shows start talking about the Rockets or the NBA like that, unless they can do a really good job at it, I kind of tune out. But I still know the names in the league and stuff. And I listen to other stuff, like political talk radio, a lot of conservative radio. I listen to a lot of hip hop podcasts. I listen to a lot of out of market radio. And so yesterday, I don't know when this video dropped. I don't know if it dropped Friday, and I don't know. Well, I don't know if it dropped Friday or if it dropped yesterday or over the weekend. Now, now let me just be honest to the whole Houston. Be fair to the whole Houston market. July the 3rd, most of the Houston market was off. Most of the Houston market was off. 610 was the only one that was still on. But I listened to 610 all day, that particular day. I didn't hear anything. But you guys know what I know. It just doesn't stop at radio. It just doesn't stop at terrestrial radio. You would see something on your timeline because the dude is trending right now. I mean, you can go pull up his name right now. It's just trending. Not a peep from anyone in Houston. So I was going back and forth with a couple of people, and they was like, well, it's really not news. It's it's not news. It's not worth covering. I was like, oh, it's not news. It's not worth covering. But we have covered things like a player, Dwayne Wade, who's out of the NFL, out of the NBA, who has a kid who wants to be a son who wants to be a girl at a young age. I mean, we kind of talked about that before. We talked about the Michael Sam dude that got drafted by the Rams, that was openly gay. Talked about him. Talked about a whole bunch of stuff. We talked about a whole bunch of stuff that really doesn't affect anything on the floor for these players. Here's my thought. I think you got two things going on here with Houston. You got gay. You don't want to mess with that. You don't want to mess with them. And then you also got the Houston aspect of it. I just think that Houston just didn't want to go there. But the ironic part is, like I was saying, I was listening to out of market radio, and they was talking about it. Hip hop radio is, hip hop podcasts are talking about it. Kwame Brown is talking about it. Everybody is talking about it, but Houston. It's so funny, man. They scared of their own shadows, man. But I get it. It's a business decision. As far as Jalen Green, man, I like I'm saying, I ain't gonna go into the act of what they was playing with and all of that, but I'm thinking about it in terms of how that's going to be used against him on the court. Just think about somebody like Draymond Green, Gordon, him, or a personality like Kevin Garnett back in the past. You remember Kevin Garnett was telling what's his name, telling oh boy, your wife your wife tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios. It's trash talk. Say, man, they're going to get into this young man's head so deep, he won't be able to. I mean, the only way I can see Jalen Green coming out of this and for dudes to bag off of him is unless he put them paws on him. I know if I knew that and I was playing, oh man, I'm gonna be ragging his ass all day. Man, get your funny ass away. Man, your funny ass can't hoop. I'm gonna be in his head. I'm gonna be in his head big time. But it was just real funny. It was just real funny, and I'm not knocking him. And like I said, most of the Houston media was off the air that day. It was Monday, July the 3rd. People, kind of celebrate the 4th of July early and get the day off. But they wasn't even talking about it on Twitter, Instagram, or anything like that. They were like, hands off. I'm not doing anything to this. They just wanted to go away. But I don't think it's going to go away, man, the way I'm looking at this shit trend. That's all I have, man.